Hi, it's John here from See You on the Start Line podcast. I'm the event coordinator and race director with CJM'S events. Today we're talking around Brunner, South Island Ultramarathon, Anzac Day 5K, Selwyn Marathon. But to kick it all off, we'll start off with around Brunner. This is coming up on the 3rd of May. That is Saturday week. We will be staging around Brunner, starting and finishing in Moana. Entries to around Brunner close this Sunday. This is Sunday the 27th at midnight, so you have until then to enter. We've got the two races this year. It's going to be a completely different event. We've got the 140k tar bike race, and this starts in Moana and it goes out to Jackson's, then to Kumara, turns around at Kumara and then returns back to Jackson's and back to Moana. So this is different to what it has been historically, although we did compete with this course in 2021 due to significant roadworks. It's just got too difficult with traffic management, and a lot of people thinking that they're a little bit better than the setups for traffic management, and they tend to throw the gear around or shift cones and do all sorts of weird and wonderful things, not only putting the risk of all the cyclists and everyone at risk who are the cyclists, but also other road users as well. Last year it was just unbelievable what happened, and something we just can't take the risk of again. So the event, we personally believe it's the best part of what the original Around Brunner race was, with all the rainforests and that. So always from Kumara to Moana has been spectacular. Now you get to see it twice, and all those downhills you had previously will now be uphills, and all those uphills will be downhills on the way, going the opposite way. But it'll be a fantastic race. So we've got the 140k race. You've got you can do it in a team of two with 70 with the changeover at Kumara Domain, and the finish being in Moana. And there is the Enduro, which will be starting early 4 o'clock, and that will be 2 laps. So those riders will ride to Kumara and come back to Moana and then turn around and do it again. So 280 k's is a big day at the office. So for those who've entered that and still looking to enter, make sure you get those entries in, because it's going to be a big day that way. Then we've going to have our new race, and this is the 108k gravel race. So this is going to again start in Moana outside the hotel, and when they leave Moana, they'll take a left as if they were doing what the original race was down Arnold Valley Road, and then they'll turn off at Dobson's Road, go in behind the farm at Aratika, and go through the forestry roads out to Cape Terrace and onto the Kumara Inchbonny Road, and come down through Mitchell's and then come back to Inchbonny, then they'll pick up where the road course is, the tar race from Inchbonny to Rota Moana, and then carry on up behind the roads up through there on the shingle roads, and come back at Kaiata, and then come back and finish in Moana. So there'll be those two different courses. Works out that there's basically 4 events on the day, because we've got the team of 2 in there. We've got the 140k individual tar, and we've got the individual 280k tar, and then the 108k gravel as well. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how it all goes. All the riders link up together when they hit Inchbonny. I think that the gravel riders may get there before the road riders, so it will be interesting to see how it pans out. A few questions in the gravel race. No, you can't change bikes halfway through. You're going to have to pick those bikes, which is going to be the right way. It's going to be a wee bit rough on some of that stuff coming up out of Mary Creek Road and through Ogilvy's Road, and there's Nimona Road. Some of those roads, there is stuff are pretty rough. There's a couple of spots you'll have to jump off your bike and go around the rocks that are there to stop poachers and that getting into the area. So it's going to be a great race. Those roads we use in the Gold Trail mountain bike race which is another fantastic event on the coast as well. So it's great to be able to utilise those roads and bring in a bit of gravel into the around Brunner. So that is going to be a spectacular day. So you need to get your entries in. 27th, that's Sunday the 27th, this Sunday, that entries close there. So make sure you get those entries in. So then we'll jump straight out of around Brunner for us, and we pack up furiously on the Saturday night. Then Sunday morning, I head down to Hokitika with all the traffic management gear and set all that in place basically for the South Island Ultramarathon the following week. So it's pack out of around Brunner and Moana and the roads there, and then pack in again down to Hokitika and get ourselves all set for the South Island Ultramarathon. This also closes. South Island Ultramarathon is the date for that is Saturday the 10th of May. That's the week after around Brunner, as we said. And entries for this close on Sunday the 27th as well. So you need to make sure you get your entries in for this on this Sunday as well. So if you want to do around Brunner and South Island Ultra and you haven't entered yet, you've got a couple of events to enter there. But this is fantastic. It's just an incredible day. There'll be around about 300 participants taking part in it. We've got the 100k that starts in Greymouth, and it's all staged on the West Coast Wilderness Trail. So they follow the West Coast Wilderness Trail all the way through to Old Christchurch Road. At Old Christchurch Road, at 8 o'clock, the 54k starts, and everyone then follows up to Cowboy Paradise down to Lake Canary, through to Canary Township, and then on to under the bridge, and they then have where the Wilderness Trail does a U-turn and heads down to Ross, but runners will continue on and go out towards the beach. They go to Sunset, out to Sunset Point. Some call it Makeout Point, but out to Sunset Point, and then a 400-metre run down to the finish line at the beachfront sign, Hokitika beachfront sign, which is just fantastic. Talking of beachfront, the Beachfront Hotel is a fantastic sponsor with us, and it's only 50 metres away. If you haven't got your accommodation there, you're out of luck. They're fully booked up for the Ultramarathon. The Stumpers across the road is the next recommendation we'd give you, because you're all so close to what the hub of what the event's going to be. So Stumpers has got great accommodation there as well and great meals. So make sure you get those entries in. If you haven't got accommodation, make sure you go to get hold of Stumpers and get that part of it. Beachfront Hotel, that's where the race pack pickup's going to be at the conference room. That is on the Friday beforehand, and the Friday that's between 10 and 3 p.m. and 4 o'clock we have full race brief for all the 54 and 100k runners. If anyone's doing the 24k, they pick up their race pack on the Friday, and that their race briefing will be on the start line. But if they want to come along to the 54 and 100, they're more than welcome. So then what happens on that, we do the race on the Saturday. Then on the Sunday, there's breakfast. Every entry gets a $20 voucher for breakfast at participating coffee cafes or hotels. That's the Beachfront Hotel. Again, you can have breakfast there. You can have breakfast at Stumpers. You can have breakfast at the Stone Oven, and the new cafe is something small. Sorry, I've just completely, it's gone straight out of my head at the moment, so I'm sorry about that. They're on board with us as well. So there's 4 options for breakfast. I'll get that hopefully by the end of the podcast. But it's a fantastic day. We do the prize giving. We've got some fantastic trophies that are for the overall winners of each race that's held, and then prizes throughout for it, and then a number of spot prizes for the event as well. So it's something to be really, really, it's a cool event, and the amazing time of 7 hours 44 is the fastest time for the 100k, set by Dan Jones a couple of years ago when he took away the $10,000 prize pool. That $10,000's not up for grabs this year, sorry, but the trophies and everything else all are. So make sure you got Sunday the 27th. That's your last chance to get those entries into it. We will assess whether we're going to have any late entries open on that or not. It's just there's so much preparation for it, so we need to get those entries in. So if you haven't entered yet, make sure you just get it in there. It'd be a really good idea. Other events and things that are coming up, we've got our Anzac Day 5K. This is our virtual run. Starts tomorrow actually on the 24th and it runs through to the 29th. So you've got from the 24th to the 29th to do 5K, a good fast 5K or a slow one, it doesn't really matter, but there's the fantastic medal. Run NZ Run is a virtual running platform which you can register for the specific runs like the Anzac Day 5K. Sign up, order the medal. The medals are $24.95. You can purchase the medal. So when you do your 5K, you upload your time, we publish the results, and we send the medals out. For the specific runs, like Anzac, they would be 20 to 25 days from when the event is finished. We order all the medals so we know how many to order. If we order a set amount, it means that we need to close it off early, or we might not have enough. We might have too many people looking to enter. So it fluctuates so much. Someone said, why don't you just order 300 medals? And when those 300 medals are sold, they're sold, but we don't want anyone miss out. Sometimes we might have 300 in it, sometimes we might have 80 in it, sometimes we might have 350 in it, and it's just, it can vary quite significantly. So the numbers, it's not quite as simple as saying, you just order those and have them out on the post the following one. We've looked at that, we have played around with trying to do that, but it's just not worth that. With one time we ordered some, we had to go back and order a whole heap more, because some people ordered them about 3 days after we still had it open, and they ordered a lot of medals, and we had to go and get more done, and they were basically cost us about 3 times what the originals cost us. So it's really an economics basis of how we work it. But Anzac Day, I'd say into that. It's very, very popular. It's an awesome medal. Go to runnzrun.co.nz and check out what their medal looks like, and order one. You can also make donations to the Westpac helicopter, the Canterbury West Coast Air Rescue Trust. You can donate to that, or you can donate to the Heart Foundation of New Zealand as well. For those two organisations, those two charities, we've raised nearly $110,000 for them since Run NZ Run started 5 years ago. That's coming up. We launched that on the 26th of April, so that's coming up on Saturday. So Saturday will be 5 years since Run NZ Run's been operating, and there's been over 40 or 50,000 runs, people taking part in those events. So it's very, very popular. It was, especially over COVID. Not so much now as what it used to be, but it'd be great to see it. Anzac has proven very, very popular. Coming up as well, we've got Selwyn Marathon. Entries for that are rolling through. It's on the 1st of June, which is King's birthday weekend. That's Sunday the 1st of June. And we have the marathon, the half marathon, and the 10K. The 10K is an out and back course. You start at the Lincoln Event Centre, turn around out on Robinson's Road just before Ellesmere Road, and return back to the finish. The half marathon is one loop over the course, and you'll go through Rosendale Wines, their vineyard, and the run, and then the marathon you do 2 laps of the course, and it's all been officially measured as well. So PBs, they all count. So that's what you want to be making sure you've got a good fast time. It is fast, it is flat. I think it's got something like about all up in the marathon, there's 30 metres of elevation. So it is a good, fast, flat course. So those are what the key things that we've got coming up around Brunner, South Island Ultramarathon. We've got Anzac Day, Selwyn Marathon coming along. And just in part of that as well, we have the Canterbury Duathlon Series, which is in its 20th year. So race 1 of the Canterbury Duathlon Series is also on the 25th of May. So if you haven't entered that, hop into that and be part of it as well. But when you register, remember that you to purchase the cancellation insurance. That's if we, CJM'S Events, cancels the event. That's what the cancellation insurance is. The withdrawal insurance is if you can't participate for any reason in the event, no questions asked, you can withdraw. As long as you withdraw 96 hours before the event, we refund your entry fee fully for you. So that's it's a pretty good safety net, really, and for most of the events it's only $25. So recommendation is to do that. And if you want to do any fundraising as well, you can also click on the promote button and you get a specific code. Send that out to all your friends and family or anybody else, and if they enter using those codes, you get 10% if you wanted to go towards your school for a school fundraiser or scouts or anything like that. You can do that, or you can do it just for yourself. Once $30 gets raised, that gets paid to you. So those are the opportunities that are all out there at the moment with CJM's events, and we'll basically look forward to seeing you next week. And so until then, we'll hope to see you on the start line at around Brunner, South Island Ultramarathon. And don't forget, you can be doing this tomorrow on Anzac Day. You can enter today for Anzac Day, do your 5K tomorrow, and sit up and put your feet up and enjoy it, and look forward to your medal. Okay, so thanks everybody, and we'll catch you next time. Take care.